everyone, and welcome to the Unregulated Leadership Podcast. This is our closeout episode where we want to kind of recap all the people that we've interviewed, the things that we've learned. I also want to share a little bit about my journey because you all know this is my first time here in Nigeria. So we want to share a little bit about the things that I've learned and then also what's next to come. And so again, I have my brilliant co-host here with me as we kind of debrief what we've done so far over these last 4 days of recording. They have been amazing, insightful, interesting. And we want to just share our experience with you. So as we get started, what are your initial thoughts?
Ooh, we talk about how we decided to come do this, not having so much of an expectation, but faith and belief that it was going to work out. And it's been beyond my wildest imagination. When I was looking for a place to do my field practicum, I wanted a place where I could apply the gifts that I already have and then boost it by plugging myself in with someone who's doing something similar to what I want to learn in terms of being an organizational psychologist. And this has been wonderful. And we've interviewed some interesting characters. So even though I knew it was going to work out well, which is kind of what we do, I'm just still amazed about how well it's been going.
Yeah.
And today being our last day of shooting, it almost feels like, oh, it's the last day here, but like we're still here.
Yeah. There's still so much
There's
more
to
do.
explore.
So if you think about, I'm trying to figure out where to begin because it literally has been a roller coaster from jet lag to not being able to sleep to figuring out the food. Right, because all the food is good, but then it does something to your stomach.
It does.
And so, it's interesting.
What was your favorite meal that you've had here?
Oh my gosh, my favorite. Okay, I don't just have one. What is it? The oha
soup.
Oha soup.
Yes.
The oha soup was really good, and that whole fish. Now, I normally don't eat fish that have heads on it. Okay. And so when they say, oh my gosh, you have to try the fish, I'm like, okay. And then they bring the entire fish from the head to the fin. And I'm just like, okay. Because you can't be like, what are we doing with the head? Like, so then you eat it. And then they bring out gloves and it's like this whole thing.
The whole experience.
So, I'm eating the fish. I'm like eating around the head, eating around the tail. And then there's a massive amount of bones. Like they don't take the bones out. They keep all the bones inside the
whole
fish. The entire fish. But the flavor of the fish, oh my gosh. I like flavor. I also like tender food because, and apparently, y'all also know that your food gets stuck in your teeth because even in the packs, they have toothpicks.
Yes.
Like ready for you to pick your teeth after you eat.
We're obsessed about our dental care.
I've never seen that before. Something small as a toothpick in the thing normally is like, oh, I need to find a toothpick. Or I need to carry one with me. They have them in the little packets. They are prepared for you.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. So the soup, I also feel like I need a bib when I eat soup.
Oh, yeah.
Because the seafood okra soup. That was good too.
Okra, yeah.
But seafood is, the okra is slimy. And so not only is it soup, but it's also slimy soup. Yeah. So you have to hold it. Maybe there's a better method.
There's no other method.
There's no other method?
That's how you eat it. This might sound funny, but sometimes when you go to the village, people make really drawy ogbono soup. So someone might joke that you need a knife to cut. To cut it, like you scoop it up and then you have to cut.
Well, no, that makes sense. I would have liked the knife to cut because I felt like I would eat it, then it would start dripping on my clothes, and I was like, people are watching me. I have to eat clean, and so it would take like 5 minutes until it stopped dripping before I ate it. So that might have took about 30 minutes to eat that. But it was delicious.
But
it
then
was
that's
so good.
Intentional eating without even knowing it.
Without even knowing it, I'm chewing slow. I'm not rushing because I do rush when I eat, but you don't have a choice,
right?
But you slow down because you're gonna walk around with food all over your clothes,
or you might swallow a bone.
Oh my gosh, So then you slowly then I also noticed that some people just spit the bones on the ground. or on
in
the
the
table.
restaurant, or if they're eating out?
I did both. So I'm like, where am I supposed to put the buns? Am I supposed to put it on the table? Like, so it's just like observing. So it's
Yes.
like so many things happen at one time because I don't know. And so sometimes, a lot of times when you don't know, you can be offensive to people because it's like, why did you do that? Why'd you say that? So I'm spending a lot of time in my own head about what am I supposed to do? Let me watch what they're doing while still enjoying the experience. So I feel like my brain is in like 4 different places at the same time sometimes.
Calculating,
right. Because it's like, I want to learn. I don't want to be offensive, but I want to eat this food. I still want to have a conversation, but I can't eat with my mouth full. Like, I mean, it's just...
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a real immersion.
It is. So by the end of the day, it's time. I need to go to bed. I need to go to sleep because I need to prepare for the next day.
That's true.
But that's my food story. It's been.
I love it.
Oh my gosh! I'm sorry. One more thing. The spaghetti. I have never. We had spaghetti here one day, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is so delicious!" And then went out and I got street food, and it was jollof spaghetti. Oh my gosh. That is
They're
the
like
most
well seasoned
spaghetti. Okay? It's not just spaghetti noodles with a little bit of tomato sauce.
It's jollof
It's
spaghetti.
next level.
Yes.
Spaghetti.
It's not just spaghetti.
I was like, I need
this in my
somebody
life.
to teach me how to make all these foods. Someone was like, it's going to take you years. It's not.
It's not.
It'll take me a couple months. Give me the ingredients. Let me see, because I watch and learn.
Yeah.
So... yeah, but I mean, the food has been amazing since I've been here.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So in terms of everyone that we've interviewed or come in contact with, who would you say is the most interesting for you or informational, insightful?
I don't think I had one that was more than the other. I feel like I learned something different from all of them. I think I had... because my concentration was African and Caribbean mental health. Yeah. And so one of the things that we learned was I learned a lot of book stuff, like how people show up and how men show up and how women show up. But actually having conversations with the people, it's like, I don't think that was in the book.
No, a lot of things are not in the book.
They didn't share that part with it. They didn't say that. So being able to hear people's perspective and then follow up with more questions, and they actually have answers. So for me, it's like when you're really authentically who you are, it doesn't matter what question you're asked, you have a response. And all of them had really genuine responses that even led to more questions and more questions. And it's like, well, tell me more about this. And then how'd you start this? And what barriers did you have when you had this? And like a lot of the barriers that I thought might have been the barriers weren't. Or things that I didn't think would be barriers were. And I think one thing that stood out to me, especially when we talk about shared leadership and developing women and finding programs for women, is one of the women that we interviewed, and she had talked about the mothers grooming the daughters. And that was like, wait, let's sit in that for a minute, because that's not the conversation. It's always the men not allowing the women to be promoted or do. And even the conversation we had today is like, people can only teach you what they know, what they have the capacity to teach you. So it's not like they don't want you to go further. They don't know how to help you go further. And so not only one of the first conversations that we had with it not only being focusing on building women, but also training men on how they can support the women. Because if they haven't been taught or have the capacity to do it, it's like, how do we help them to see how they can support, women in leadership as well? So I don't think it was just one thing. I think all of them, like I should have been taking notes, but we have videos, so I can go back and watch again. But it was just so much to collect. So I felt like I'm like in this learning space while I'm still asking questions, while I don't understand that. Like, but let's talk a little bit more. Let me read up a little bit on that. And so really being open to learning and also reflecting on what I'm learning and how I incorporate that in what I do when I'm working with people.
That's wonderful to hear.
So, yeah. What about you?
I think for me, it was one of our first guests, Dr. Otive. The authority with which he spoke about leadership and the changes that need to happen. He had knowledge about policies, regulations, practical solutions, and a very strong gender advocate. And most times when I see men who are strong gender advocates, sometimes it sounds like pandering. Because you see them on social media. I said, oh, women should be able to have this. And they're just looking for female followers. But this is a man that truly believes that what's lacking in society is the absence of female leadership. And we truly need that. So I think that was very refreshing for me. And I think second was, the lady who shared her story, trauma story. It's always wonderful to hear about leaders who take whatever has happened to them and develop that into a leadership skills. And that was insightful for me.
Yeah. I think that, I know. There's a lot of work to be done.
There is.
And just having these conversations, that there's a lot of work already being done. And it's really about really connecting to what's already being done and how do we
add to that,
right? Like not coming in to take over, because there's enough work to be done for everybody. But like, what do we have that then supports what they're already doing? And so that's when I'm hearing and like the values that they have and the why, that was also talked about a lot, why they do what they do, and really dealing with the root of the issues and not just the symptoms, and all those things like really spoke to me, because it's like a lot of times we deal with the symptoms. So it's like, oh, well, this person's angry because of this, we pacify them or whatever. It's like, but no, why are they angry? What showed up for them in that moment that they're having this conversation, so it doesn't continue to happen, right? Like you deal with it so you have really genuine conversations about where you are so that you can then continue to move forward. But that's also a skill. And so I think sometimes we take for granted the skills that we have and like, just do it like this, or why would you do it like this? It's like, no, like let's truly help people build the capacity to be better people for people.
Whatever field they're
Yeah.
in. Yeah. And, I feel like we've had a well-rounded list of guests. We've spoken with an inclusive leadership expert, so to say, in Dr. Otibe. We also spoke to a female leader in her field who also runs an NGO, so that's leadership there. And then we spoke to sickle cell warrior, like he calls himself, and a leader in that field. Let me see. And then we spoke to a church consultant. So variables, like different fields. And there's the uniqueness of each one of them exhibiting these leadership qualities that we recognized as unregulated leadership.
And I remember the one that we did with the sickle cell warrior, and it was like, we didn't even need to ask him.
He had it down
because
pat.
as he continued to answer each question, it was just reaffirming why he was an unregulated leader.
Yes.
And even in that term, sometimes it could sound like everything needs to be regulated. But really explaining what that looks like, and not just doing what's accepted, but like really doing what's right, and then helping people. So I think just having those conversations was very insightful. And he even talked about mentors and having people that can coach you and teach you. And it's like at all levels, even if you're a coach, we should be coached to be where it is that we want to be, and always have continuous learning. We talk about open-mindedness, being open-minded, and that's not always easy. So it's like really sitting in what does open-minded look like, and if it doesn't match with my values, it's okay. Like we don't have to agree,
right? We don't have to be open to everything.
We I think the goal is to understand everything, not
and
to agree with everything. Just to be, I understand your perspective. And then how your perspective even got to be your perspective. Right. So even listening to all of their stories and their perspectives, and how there's no one way.
Right.
Even when they talk about going in and helping people. The guy who was talking about the sickle cell, and like each person, while I can help you, I can give you what I've done, you still need to know your own body, you need to know yourself. Yeah. And so it's really about still staying in your authentic self, but doing what's best for you, even in those different frameworks and things that's happening. So I'm so excited for what's next. This was a very short period of time. I feel like I have learned so much. Oh, even the makeup artist, which she's great, by the way. We'll tag her in our stuff. I had like my outfits laid out. So I was like, I'm gonna wear that. And she was like, where you going with that? And I was like, to do the thing. And she's like, oh, no, you can't wear that outside. And I was like, well, I wore it on Saturday outside. Nobody said anything. And she's like, oh, no, you don't wear it outside because of this, because of that. They're going to question you. She was like, even if you have it in your suitcase, they might pull it out and question you. And I was like, tell me more. Like, because I could have wore this on the airplane, right? Like, I flew in this before. Not necessarily here, but I flew in it before because I love the jacket. And so it's personal to me. It means something to me, but it's offensive to somebody else, or it's maybe even illegal in another place. And so even stuff like that, where it's like, our goal is not to be offensive. We don't even know that that's the rules. And so I think it's very important also for her to even bring it up, to even say, did you know? And be open to like share the why behind. So I think, again, we talked about it before, it matters who you're around. It matters how people communicate with you because they want you to be better too. It was no benefit in her telling me about the jacket, right? But she don't want me to get hurt while I'm outside, or to be questioned, or be pulled over, or to be in jail because, and so again, small things. I'm learning. I don't know all the things. But I love this jacket. Right, but I don't want to go to jail and I don't want to be arrested. But this is a United States podcast, okay? And so we'll be fine. I'm not going to wear it outside, okay? So yes, I mean, again, so those are like some of just the things that it's like hands on the ground, boots on the ground, immersing myself in the culture and learning is like, it's not simple, it's not simple. So. But it's been a great experience. I've learned a lot. It
has been. And I have to ask you about, unregulated leadership. Honestly, do you feel like most of the people we talked to really understood it? Like they had your desired interpretation of it, which is the concept that you had in mind when you were naming it. Do you think that a lot of the people understood it that way?
I don't think they necessarily understood the wording. I think when we described the characteristics and then matched it to what they were already doing without even knowing it, that's when it connected. But I think just hearing the word unregulated leader
sounds like chaos.
Complete chaos. Like, who wants to be in an environment where there's no regulation? And so, no, I don't. I don't. I think it became clear as we talked about it and gave it, but I don't think coming in there's like, they might have been interested to learn more. Yeah. But no.
So I have to ask, are you keeping the name?
100%, girl. Child, please. Yes. That is the short answer. I am 100% open to, because there was a lot of thought that went into the name with the three of us before we even started it, and why we wanted such a name, the value and the purpose behind who the three of us were as individual people and how we wanted to represent the school and the podcast. So people won't understand it. But if you're not willing to ask questions or you're not really to absorb the why, it's okay. I'm not for everybody. I'm clear. I am clear on that. There are people that don't understand me. I'm fine with that too. I remember years ago, I was telling one of my coworkers, I was like, people just don't get me. They was like, no, they're not listening to you. And when they listen to me is when they get me. And then again, we can have a conversation. But if you're talking at me, you're not going to get me because you're just talking at me. Because I'm clear, I have lots of ideas, and they're not all not good. But if you have if you hear my heart and you hear what I'm saying, and then we can have a dialogue about why my grand idea isn't that grand, I can be like, you know what, you're right. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
And we've had some of that.
We have, right? And so
like,
it's,
you know what? Yeah.
I thought it was good, but it's not. It's okay. So I think being in circles, that can happen, again, creates greatness, great ideas. And then it also creates other places for other people to be creative. And that's always the goal, is to help other people develop and grow.
And more awareness. So I have to ask you, so being that you partner with William James to provide this field placement, practicum experience for organizational psychology students, is it something you want to continue to do?
So 100%.
Yeah, okay.
I do. It's evolved since we started.
Tell me I've taken it to a whole new level.
Huh? Oh, you definitely take it to a whole nother level. We have a whole production team. Okay. I mean, even in having a production team, it's like, I feel like I can talk all day. Then they pull out the teleprompter. You want me to read and talk at the same time? Why? I just want to talk. I don't want to read.
So let me ask you, are you usually this open when people come to you and say, can I do my field placement or practicum with your organization, but I have ideas about how I want it to be? Are you always going to be open to that?
Always. I think that I'm special. Okay?
Indeed, you
and it takes other special people to come along the journey and give me ideas where I'm like, ooh, I want to go with you.
Yes.
Right? Because again, there's like people that just like, oh, well, we should do this in this corner.
There's no action.
I don't want to go in the corner.
It. Yeah.
Who we talking to in the corner? Right? Like we need to be outside.
And I'm like, let's be loud. Let's do it big. And you followed my craziness.
Listen, all these lights and teleprompters and multiple cameras that we got to look at, and the fan can't be on because it's going to be sad. Like, it's a lot, right? And so, but it is the next level.
Kind of
like
growing,
it is where we want to go. And so I'll be open, but I feel like there is now a standard set. And so it's
we can't go back.
We can't just be recording on phones no more. Sitting in front of a Zoom on these boxes. I mean, I'm like, we're gonna go on break until we go back to Nigeria. We gotta bring the crew back, and we're gonna have a whole different,
Listen.
right? And so, I was even sitting here as we were talking to one of the other guests. I was like, I might have to just do Nigeria for a couple more seasons, and the students are just gonna have to come here because there's just so much more, and we might just have to shift like the American unregulated leadership to the Nigerian. I don't know. Well, global, but I feel like we got
something going on here.
There's something happening that we got to just stay here.
Who do we credit for this innovative change?
So I would,
a wonderful intern.
One of the things that we talked about is the brilliant co-host. Nnena, who just has creative ideas and is like, well, what if we do this? What if we don't do this? What if we do this? How about we do this? And I'm like, oh my God, let's do it.
If you don't notice, I'm hustling for all my hours. Okay?
Oh, you've gotten all your hours.
So if you say I didn't get all my hours, I'm like, it's on tape that I've done an enormous amount of work to get us here.
From 7 yesterday, what was he done at like 8? Like you got all your hours in this 1 week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if we were talking about what's next, if we think about what is next for us and what it is that we want to do and the people that we want to collaborate with or impact, what are your thoughts on what that looks like?
So first and foremost, we are passionate about leadership development. It's like we see the need for it everywhere, every field. Doesn't matter. It's not even industry specific. So the work that we're going to do from here on outside of unregulated leadership is working with people to do some leadership development coaching and training. And I think that can be in terms of organizational training, that could be conferences, that could be collaborating with organizations. And we have plans to collaborate with some organizations that we've worked with. And we also invite other organizations that would like to collaborate with us to holler at us, you know where to find us. This is, and we have plans. The immediate plan right now is to create a few programs, and we have plans to return in October and host a conference. So we want people to tune into that. And, if we are who we are, it's going to be fabulous. There's no question. It's just the way it is. So we're working on having a conference on leadership, and that's when we hope to bring the culmination of these interviews that we've had. What does shared leadership look like? Based on the conversations that we've had, create a framework for that, and then put that into a conference. And the lens through which we're looking at it is, does shared leadership improve the well-being of everybody, starting from men? Because the brilliant idea was, if we focused on the benefits to men, then we'll be able to get a buy-in easier. And I think that's going to work. And if we partner with, say, the Center for Leadership and development, I think we have something there. And there's possibility for partnership with William James, and we are excited about all of that. Anything else coming up that I haven't thought about?
Well, you mentioned the partnership with William James. We also have an immersion program, so looking to bring some other students here to partner and do some more things. One of the other things that we had talked about doing is separate documentaries, like in where we're like still going out. Like I said, this is not the end. We're going back outside, y'all.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk to more people. I'm going to learn more. I'm going to try more food. I might even try cooking.
Street interviews.
Might find a kitchen. I might find some ingredients.
And
I might.
Egusi soup. Can I share?
Sure.
This guy randomly met, takes a liking to you, and the first thing he says is, "You're going to cook me some egusi soup." I'm going to bring everything you need to cook me egusi soup. I think that speaks to the peculiarity of Nigerian men. We love them. We love them. We love our Nigerian men. But that level of forwardness is like, you don't know me. Or you want to teach me how. You don't even want to teach me. You want me to make it. Learn it and then make you egusi.
I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, that was funny.
Well.
But again, that's Nigerian men for you. I mean, and we love them. We can't throw them away. Yeah. We love them. But that's just, they're very special. We're a very special breed.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. And she's like, "Oh, what's egusi? How do you cook it?" I was like, "Listen, I grew up eating egusi soup and Nigerian, and I don't even want to cook it." So,
let alone bring me the ingredients that I make it. It don't even make no sense. So, did we miss anything? What are we doing next? Did we forget to talk about anything?
Yeah, I mean, there's always more to do, but now we're in Nigeria doing this 2025 summer practicum. And we've also had conversation of taking the show on the road, literally. Just exploring different cultures, countries, and exploring what leadership or shared leadership looks like in different parts of the world.
Yeah.
I think one of the first conversations we had was listing countries, even in Africa, not even the Nordic countries like Finland, Sweden, who were doing well in having female leadership. Countries right here in Africa who had about 35-40% representation in parliament for women. And we are at an abysmal 3%. It's shameful. So we've talked about exploring other countries, looking at what shared leadership looks like and the benefits of it. And I think the benefits cannot be denied because we have countries who are doing well in the 4 basic core tripods of, let's not say maybe core components of well-being for a nation, which is food and water, health, education, and safety.
Yeah.
Right? Most of the countries who are high up there, top 10, are being led by women. Right? What do we need to do to get ourselves up there?
Yeah.
And we can start by studying countries near us, Uganda, Kenya, that have good. So we're literally going to take this show on the road. So it's Nigeria now. But we're on the move. We have big dreams.
We do. So I have 2 students working with Unregulated Leadership this semester. So I'm actually going to Portugal in July. And so it'll be very interesting. I'll only be there for a week. So I won't be able to immerse myself like I did here. But it'll be interesting to see what leadership looks like there. Also, women in leadership there. So I think having that contrast will be good for us. And as we begin to go global, come back here to Nigeria, do more work
this will always be home.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Feel free to adopt it. But for me, this is it. No matter how rotten and crazy it is, that I've got no other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be great to have contrast. We're going to have to do street interviews because, listen.
That's our next plan.
We won't
Immediate
we won't have a production team. But, so I think going global, coming back, doing more collaborative work here in Nigeria, I think it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's going to be insightful. And I'm excited to see what's next. And we want you to come along on the journey with us. Okay? So, yes, follow us, like, subscribe, share, all the things so that you can see what we're doing, because we want you to bring along. If you have ideas for us, or if you want us to come to you, listen, we travel. Or topics to talk about. We are interested in talking about them all. So we will talk to you all soon. Bye.
Bye.